Castle Park for the penultimate league game of the season against Bradford Northern. Wigan made a very poor start to the season, only managing to make a draw against Sheffield here in the opening match of the season. They then struggled to beat lowly Rochdale, lost 31-30 at Bradford, and then were absolutely thrashed at home. Since their last defeat against Warrington on New Year's Day, Wigan have marched triumphantly onwards. With a superhuman effort of 10 games in 30 days, they are now coming to the final moment of glory when, if they achieve 2 points tonight, they will be the true and worthy champions of the Stones Bitter Championship. Well, the terraces are absolutely jam-packed for this contest, and the team news for tonight is that Wigan are still without Iro and without Dermot, both carrying injuries. But if one can read John Mooney's mind, he must be thinking that this is going to be fought hard in the forwards, because he's replaced Dermot with Andy Goodway, and his two subs for tonight are both big, strong, efficient forwards, having brought in Philip Clark and Ian Gildart at numbers 14 and 15. Bradford, who are known for the strong pack and the hard forward play, have had to make a change among their forwards. Hamer carrying an injury, being replaced by Richards, but apparently Northern are now playing more fluent football among the backs since they signed Grogan, who will be turning out tonight for them at number 6. The mascot for tonight, a very nervous young lad from Camberwell Crescent, Michael Bussell, a pupil of St John the Baptist, New Springs. Thrilled for him to be with his favourite, like many other young Wigan supporters. His hero is Ellery Hanley, and he will remember tonight for a long, long time to come. So Michael Bussell leaves the field. The referee for tonight, Mr. Allett, waves us on. Our Wigan just 80 minutes away from the championship, for which they fought so hard. Northern now in their own 25. Referee at first play of the ball, not happy with Wigan's line out. Players not straight facing each other. Very early penalty. Northern finding touch 10 yards outside their own 25. Hooker, Barraclough onto the big forwards, met by Lucas. Richards getting an early touch of the ball, having been brought in. Now Furbank trying to crash his way through. Barraclough, obviously the acting halfback for tonight. Kick charge down. Been knocked on. Wigan get possession. The first touch of the ball onto Botticker. Bottick having to dance his way inside. Feet are taken from under him. Good tackle by Barraclough. Now Andy Goodway charging in, taking them on. Going to be a battle of these giant forwards in these early stages as Edwards comes up, working a switch onto Betts. Betts straightening up. He's been forced across the halfway line, carrying the big forwards with him. The strength of this young forward. Wigan doing a switch again, turning it back inside, taking them on in the forwards. Out to Gregory. Gregory holding it, giving the dummy. Lydon trying to come through. Joe Lydon at number 4. Hanley from behind to play the ball, gives a little dummy. Hoists a high ball, not gaining any ground. High in the air, Wigan get possession. Going to be smothered, but they still have the ball. The referee saying it's the 6th tattle, so it will be the handover. Barraclough again, going round the narrow side. Wigan coming in to meet them. Referee going over to see there's no messing about in the tattling. Wigan coming in hard. And there's a knock on, but an offside. He's going to give the knock on. No, he's given the penalty. I think he's He's giving the penalty. The ball was dropped and a foot went out and stabbed at it. So with 2 minutes gone, Wigan have a chance to kick for goal. It's a straight one for Botica. He's been flirting these over with delightful regularity. Wigan perhaps unsettling Bradford. Quite a mound of sand for Botica. Wigan forwards had gone in hard, shaking the northern pack up. The ball was dropped, played in an offside position, and so here's Botica, 35 yards out. Fairly straight kick, slightly to the right of the post. Coming up, stabs at it, and the crowd are yelling, but he's missed it. Unlike Botica, kicking into a very strong wind. Drop out from the 25. Oliver Hobbs to take it. Deep one into the Wigan 25. Hansen safely traps it, running it out, trying to go through the gap, and it closes as Grogan comes in to take him. Edwards, a short one, tight in the forwards, stuffed up the jumper, trying to draw the defenders in. Edwards onto Platt, powerful Platt, and it looks like Edwards who's taking over the job of acting halfback onto Gregory. Gregory doing a dummy run. Wigan coming back into the middle and just dragging the end. They've had lost possession and Wigan are in trouble here. There's a big overlap on the wing. Medley waiting behind the play of the ball, being caught in possession, can't get it out as Barraclough comes over. John Pendlebury dropped it, knocks on, can't regain possession. The wily John Pendlebury played some great games here at Central Park when he was a Wigan player. Clever, resourceful, loose forward. And we come to the first scrum. Hanley's gone out to stand off. Edwards has gone into the pack as Gregory comes over to feed. Gregory feeds. Slow coming out of the pack. All he can do is go in and fall on it. So Wigan's ploy was spoiled there by the wheeling pack. Edwards moving it across. Wigan charging forward, running into a solid wall of defenders. Good way going across the field, not denting this defence at all yet. Hanley came onto that very well, and he snuffed out. But Wigan were moving together very well there. Two forwards going at the same time. Wigan finding it very hard to break through. Sound, solid tackling by Bradford. Long one to Gregory. Gregory going to kick. Hoister high. Awkward ball. Wigan are under it. Bell's up there. Takes his man well. Followed it up. And Northern back to their own 25 line again. Shelford not getting very far. And there's a break in the forwards. Ball's been knocked on again, been slapped up. A long pass back to Hampson. Wigan turning that defence quickly into attack. Bringing Myers inside. Myers dancing his way through. Myers still going. He's an elusive play. Knocks off one tackle. Ran a long way. Didn't go a lot very much forward. Botica from behind the play the ball. Gregory holding it. Platt trying to batter his way through. Edwards, short one. Wigan forwards taking them on. Scarrett probably playing his last game for some time. He's had the ball. Wigan have had the ball taken off them. That's twice Wigan have lost possession in the tattle. Northern very alert at the moment, trying to come through from half back. They've caught Wigan a time or two as they force their way up to the halfway line. Barraclough from behind the play of the ball. Pendlebury turning back in, keeping the ball moving on to Barraclough. Game bogged down on the halfway line. Barraclough plays it back, and it's tight in the forwards, sewn up. Just head down and bash at the moment. Bad play of the ball. Referee's calling them back. And a knock on as he got up to play it. And it'll be Wigan to feed. One scrum so far, which Wigan couldn't get out very cleanly. Both sides with second choice hookers. Out onto Edwards. Edwards doing the run around. Bell trying to come through. Bell still heavily tackled. As Edwards comes up to the play of the ball. Edwards having a little run on his own. Darts forward 4-5 yards. Now Gregory going to act in half-back. Onto Platt. Platt taking them on. Turns his back as he goes into them. Gregory moving it across. Wigan change direction. The cut down. That's good tackling by Northern. They're holding Wigan well as it goes out to Gregory. Gregory lobs it across. Turned back inside. A nice grubber kick. Rolled into the touchline. He's not going to find it as Simpson comes over. And down he goes, 20 yards out from his own line. Defence is right on top at the moment. Barraclough moving it out right. Richards trying to batter his way through. Looks as if they're getting set for the kick. They run it wide. Lydon comes in, takes him but doesn't put him down. Goes down at the second attempt. That was good tackling by Lydon, and here comes the kick. Hanson having to retreat for it. There's a long, strong wind. Hanson having to take it on his own try line. He's out on his own. There are about 8 white shirts facing him. Gets away from the first one. Botica coming in to give him support. Botica from behind to play the ball. Almost through. He ducked under the tackle and his feet went from under him. Wigan will want to get on with it quickly as Gregory hesitated. Onto Hanley. Hanley running a bit wide. Hanley's nearly through. Still taking them with him. Keeping it going. Wigan moving it across onto Betts. Betts getting it going. And that was a wild swing there that didn't connect. You can probably hear the ooze of the crowd. It was a wild swing. Didn't connect. Would have taken his head off. Betts taking it up to the halfway line. The Wigan supporters getting behind the men now. As Edwards sends a long one to Gregory. Gregory holding it, coming back inside. He's going to get bounced down. Bandy's lost the ball in the tackle. He was so heavily tackled. Medley coming in very hard. And there's no quarter being asked for him. Medley making a break. Followed from behind. Wigan offside. Penalty chance here. Exactly 10 minutes gone. Straight kick. Referee telling the touch judges to get behind the posts. Gums been brought in from the left wing to take this, very similar to the one that Botica missed. It's a little bit nearer and nearer to the post. Gums coming round the corner. So both left wing men seem to be the goal kickers. 10 minutes gone as Northern come up, stab at it. And it's there. Northern going to a 2-0 lead. That is the first time that Northern have got into the Wigan half, and they're going back into their own half with 2 points to show for it. Wigan had most of the play in this first 10 minutes. One attempt at goal which they've missed. And a lot of non-classical soccer stuff there as the ball was non-trapped. But it's Northern again in possession. There's sound, solid team. The Wigan attacking machine not got into any sort of gear at the moment. Struggling for the ball. As Richards forced his way out. Acting half-back court. Joe Lydon him very quickly then. And a bit of mauling off the ball after it was played, and now Wigan is stretched out on the right wing. The Tackard out onto Gums, and Gums taken just in the field of play. Wigan covered across well. Hanley went over very well. Good loose forward covering there. As Northern now kick into the Wigan half. They're using this wind. It's going to roll dead. So Wigan will come back to the 25. Strong wind blowing straight down the field, and the touch judge is on. He may have seen the obstruction after the play of the ball in the 25 area, and sure enough, Barraclough had a little go at Joe Lydon, and Joe Lydon retaliated. Lydon was trying to get round quickly after the ball had been played, and Barraclough was having none of it. Touch judge had obviously spotted it, but it was at the far end of the field, and so Wigan with the tap penalty, and that was rather slow pedestrian stuff. These Wigan forwards have had a hard time latterly. Onto Edwards. Edwards knocks one off, still managing to get rid of the ball, but Northern have a vice-like grip on the Wigan players at the moment. And that's hard, crunching stuff as Bell comes tearing in. Onto Hanley, he's out on his own on that side of the field. Absolutely smothered, and he's being mauled and rustled down to the ground. Platt powering his way up to the halfway line. Gregory kicking behind the defence towards the corner flag. Shepherded in by fullback Simpson. He wasn't going to make any mess of it. So 5 yards from the Northern line, Packed wheeling, and that's a powerful run away, and he hurt Gregory in that tackle. Strong run by Yitty as he came away well, and Gregory's down on the floor. He took a right bang as the scrum half came away from the scrum well. Gregory up on his feet but looking very shaken as the Northern forwards are being held around their own 25. Barraclough moving it out to the right. Lydon coming in. Caudle coming in from the wing. 5 tackles gone, says the referee, and Gregory still receiving treatment. Can Wigan hold them down? It's the 6 tackles. Wigan did well to hold them there. Goodway coming up to act in half-back. Out to Edwards. Edwards with Platt. On to Edwards. Edwards is going to get buried. Wigan not making any progress at all at the moment as Hanley comes up. Hanley dummies from behind the play of the ball. Tries to crash his way through, but the tackling is absolutely safe and sure. Philip Clark warming up. Could well be replacing Gregory. Wigan trying to bash the way through in the middle. Finding it very hard tonight. Gregory doing the run around to Edwards, and Edwards decides he's going to go on his own, and that's 5 tackles gone. As Andy Goodway comes over. On to Greg going to hoist it. And Wigan are under it, the ball's loose. Wigan knock it back. Edwards traps it. He has support if he can get it out, puts an overhead kick. It's being chased and knocked dead. Well, a bit of panic in the ranks there. Did the right thing. Made absolutely sure. Gregory seems to have recovered. Philip Clark gone back to the bench as Bradford, with a strong wind behind them, prepare to drop out from their own post, leading by 2-0. Bit of loose play by Wigan, however they've got on the kick. Wigan still going hard. Myers still on his feet, showing great determination. As Gregory comes over. Gregory short one. Wigan bashing the weight into the forwards. Ball, and again Wigan go tearing in. There comes the kick. Hampson perfectly positioned on his 25 line. Did well to get away from the defenders, gets up and forced down again as Shelford comes in for the second time. Botica taking it inside, turning and twisting. Taim had Hughes come in, powering his way forward. He's so strong, it's Platt. Now it goes on to Hanley. Hanley taking him on, but he can't get through as he goes sideways. He's still shoving them away. How long these defenders can stick with this. On to Gregory. Gregory it. Rubber kick, but it's not a good one. Better than a pass. Gregory looking rather weary and shaken. And this game boils over, bubbling away there, the cauldron of out there of emotion. Bradford gnawing the way into the half. Hanging on for dear life. Hanley going in. As it batters away. 5 tackles gone, says the referee. Barraclough moves it across. Pendlebury get it moving. A grubber kick behind the Wigan defence. Myers in a lot of trouble here. Makes absolutely sure. Dives with the ball. Dives on it 10 yards out from his line. So now it's Wigan who are going to have to fight the way out of trouble. Coming away well. Good running by Hampson, almost up to the good way. Short one, Platt again. This time he's met heavily and strongly and has to dive with the ball. That's good tackling. Wigan come surging away from their own 25, but there's some good tackling going, and that was a quick play of the ball, and Wigan got a lot of advantage from it. This game is fast and furious. It comes out to Gregory. Gregory going to kick. Waddle taking it in his own 25. Smothered by Lydon and Botica. Plays it back to Shelford. Shelford turns it inside. And Wigan holding them there. As Lucas comes in. Richards has to go down. Clough coming over. A little switch. Lydon hanging on to Medlin. He's having a job putting him down. A lot of determination as Itty comes over. Itty moves it inside. On to Grogan. Grogan gives an infirmary pass and the ball's been dropped. Referee will give the knock on and the put into Wigan. Exactly halfway through this first half. 20 minutes gone. Wigan 0, Bradford 2. On the halfway line. Gregory feeds. Gregory has it. Long one out to Lydon. Lydon moves it on. Wigan forced across the field as the defenders came in quickly. Bell trying to drive his way through them. Andy Gregory coming over. Skerrett taking it over the halfway line. A switch to Edwards and a knock on. Edwards was switching direction. Gregory stretching for the ball. Couldn't take it cleanly. So it can be Itty to feed. Itty puts it in. Pack wheels all over the place and a long pass out onto Grogan. Grogan moving it across, and that's a cruncher of a tackle. The crowd loved that one. And these northern players are fighting for their life tonight. They're not yielding the championship to Wigan. Wigan got to win one of the last 2 games. Hanging on to Richards and having a job pulling him down. Barraclough from behind the play of the ball. Pendlebury's broken through, as usual. He's so dangerous, turns it inside, and Northern are underneath the post. Hobbs over underneath the post. The Wigan defence cracked. 24 minutes gone. Hobbs goes through. And the Wigan defence has been looking a bit shaky, and it was Pendlebury with a great run down the centre. Set that up well backed up by Hobbs. And so it's now Bradford 6, Wigan 0. Left wing man Gums, an easy one, 10 yards out, down to the Cop. And Wigan have a mountain to climb. They're 8 points behind with 25 minutes of the first half gone. Number 2 and number 8 coming on. Clark and Gildart coming on. Be interesting to see what the formation will be. Myers and Lucas off as Wigan kick off. This dour Northern team have defended extremely well, and the breaks have come and they've taken advantage of them. They do have a strong wind behind them. They'll need to get points on the board this half. We've seen games before between Wigan and Bradford, and Wigan been well behind and have fought hard in the second half to come right back into the game. Here's the kick. This should be easy for Hampson. Botica coming up onto Gildart. Gildart taking them on. Clark and Gildart been getting into the game early doors as Botica onto Gregory. Gregory onto Edwards. Edwards gets his pass in, and they've been penalised for offside. A penalty to Wigan. It's a long way out and into the wind. Referee waited for quite some time to see if there was any advantage at that play of the ball, and then decided that as Wigan weren't getting anywhere, he would award the penalty. Chance here for Wigan. Wigan electing to go for touch. Wanting a try before half time as they come up. Good way with it. Good way. Gregory. Wigan trying to crash in, held 5 yards out now. Crowd behind them, roaring them on as Gregory moves it across field, doing a run around. Pass has been knocked down, so we're back to 1 as Wigan regain possession. Still fighting the way forward, and there was a swing. Referee said back to 1. As Gregory comes over onto Platt. Platt not reeling, and another penalty for offside. Wigan must surely take this penalty. It's right in front of the 15 yards out, right in front of the post. Well, there was a little bit of panic I felt there in the Northern defence. The referee wanting them the 10 yards back. The referee having a word with Gregory, stops the clock and calling one out from each side. Obviously the tension building up among these players. Both Hobbs and Gregory being called out, the referee having a word with the pair of them. Right on the half hour, Botica sets himself up, stabs at it, and he gets Wigan's first 2 points. Wigan 2, Northern 8. 10 minutes to half time. Wigan just 2 points to show for the territorial advantage. Up Northern, only a couple of incursions into the Wigan half and 8 points on the board. Awkward one along the ground into the Wigan 25. Wigan coming tearing in, Gildart taking them on. These Wigan players spelling each other. On to Platt. Platt did well to hold on to that and still gain his 10 yards of ground. They lost Hanley. Goodway didn't know what he was doing behind the play of the ball. Now Hanley coming up. Hanley dummying from behind the play of the ball, taking them on. And Hanley's made the break. Can they get with him? Turns it inside. Wigan throw it away and they've lost possession. Well, Hanley made the break. Then the ball was just thrown away. Hopefully that someone would be there. And the one who was there was a Bradford player. So Bradford back on their own 25. Wigan are fired up. There's no danger. There's plenty of hype in them now as they're coming in, tattling like demons. Bradford in their own 25. It's been dropped and Hanley has it. Wigan now in a great attacking position. Can they get a track before half time, going round the narrow side? Because the tackle was wasted. Wigan move it in. Gregory handing it on. Wigan just trying to play a power game at the moment. Trying to batter the way as Clark onto Gregory. Onto Gregory again. Gregory a long one. Wigan forcing the way inside. The defence is holding firm. Hanley trying to do it all on his own. Taking them with him. He's held in the fifth tattle. Couple of yards out from the line. Gregory waiting at first pass. And it's Gregory it goes to. Gregory a short one. Wigan have lost the ball and Northern have it a yard out. Gums coming in from the wing. There's nobody out on that far wing for Northern. And that's the side they decide to go. And Wigan upend them and force them back. And the tension is terrible out there as Northern come away hard and Wigan go in and beat them. Every inch of ground is having to be fought for. I thought they'd use this wind. Coming down now to Hampson. Traps it. Onto Botica. Botica having to come inside. There's plenty of defenders there to take him. A bit of mauling in the tattle. Goes on to Clark. Clark gains a good 10 yards of ground before he's forced down the second time. On to Gregory. Gregory a short one on to Skerritt. Skerritt going tearing in and he's met by the Northern pack. Goodway. On to Edwards. Edwards trying to dance his way through. Has his feet taken from under him. Wigan trying desperately hard as it comes out to Gregory. Gregory holding it. Misses Hanley out. Long one out onto Hampson. Hampson gets out of a tattle. Gets it onto Gregory. Gregory dancing his way. Can't get rid of the ball. 5 tattles have gone. As Clark comes up onto Edwards. Edwards holding it. Edwards hoists a high ball across field. Ball's been knocked down. Wigan dribbling it over the line. And Northern lucky to get that ball right on their own try line. Well, this is real muck and nettles as Wigan hurl Northern back to the try line. There's 5 minutes to go to half time. Wigan going in, hitting them with everything. And the crowd are getting all worked up as Wigan go piling in. And that's a good kick. That's a good reliever. No, it's gone straight into touch. Now, what can Wigan do? It looks as if it's going to hit just in play. Went over the sideline. And it's Wigan to feed. 12 yards out. Referee stopping the clock. Edwards moving out. I think he's injured. He's holding his thigh. Hanley's gone to going slowly over to the pack. Trainer brought on for a Northern player. Looks if Hanley will pack down and Edwards stay at standoff. They're not working this move from the scrum. And Northern have lost the goalkeeper. Gums is coming off, Cooper is coming on. Betts has gone to centre for Wigan as Gregory gets it out, and he knocked on behind the scrum. Oh, that will upset Andy Gregory. He's such a beautiful ball handler normally, and that's a let off for Bradford Northern. Will be their feed, and they probably get it out. Wigan in a great attacking position there after some tremendous tackling, pinning them down, forcing them to kick it in straight into touch, and then losing the exact. And there's trouble going on in the front rows, and a penalty's going to go Northern's way. A lot of manoeuvring going on in the front row, and Wigan were the ones to be penalised. Touch found just outside the 25. Round the narrow side again, and Betts coming in hard. Takes Hobbs, takes him well. Running away without playing the ball. Referee says get it played. John Penry does it switch. Furbank managed to get it moving. The Wigan pack are in. Pendlebury moving it along the line. Wigan smothering them, arms locked round so that no ball can be shipped. Pendlebury moving it out well, long passing. Wigan being stretched over on that wing, out. Wigan come in, and all Northern have done is move from one touchline to the other without an inch being gained. Wigan moving up, there's the kick behind the defence. Sits up for Hampson, comes away from the touchline, but Wigan not really looking at the moves if they're going to get the points on the board. They spoil the chances just before half-time. Gregory dummying, bringing it back into the middle of the field. Gregory moving it on. Edwards out to Betts. Betts goes inside. Betts still going, can't get rid of the ball. Hanley's up there quickly. Hanley taking it on, trying to batter his way over the 25 line. Dennis Betts is up with him. Fifth tackle as Gregory throws a wild pass, and a lot of danger here as it's snapped up. And Wigan come in quickly and smother them, but that was wild passing by Wigan on the last tackle. Has set Northern up in a good attacking position, and it's lobbed out onto the far wing.